So not to be a dead horse, but I decided let's do one more for the cheap seats in the back. Let's do another video on the Louis Vuitton Murakami drop. Now, if you haven't been paying attention, I don't know how you've missed it. There's literally thousands of these videos out there on YouTube. It's all over Instagram, it's all over TikTok, it's all over the blogs, which head over to curatedbycaleb.com to hear my thoughts on this collab and all things lifestyle and luxury. But I was like, you know what? What would I pre-order, or what would I recommend you to pre-order? Like what can we strategize? Now listen, a lot of us are myself included, we're normal people. We're not going to be VICs with the first pick. So like, what are the items when it comes down to it that we can pre-order? Or like, let's be serious, I'll probably be waiting in line the day that it drops. What should we focus on? Like, we need to be laser focused. We need to have a game plan, and we need to be able to like knock people out of our way as we run up to the glass cases. Like, let's just start at the top. Like, what are my top 9 favorite picks, and what would I recommend you to focus on if buying into the Murakami Multicolor drop is what you're into? Like, if this is something you're serious about, take notes, because I think I have some good ideas. Let's kick it off with the Dauphine Soft GM. Now, this bag, you guys, it is absolutely stunning. I originally started with another bag as like my favorite like must-have bag, but this one, the more I'm seeing it, the more it's growing on me and the more I need it. It's becoming an incessant need at this point. And the Dauphine Soft GM, she's retailing for $5,050, which woof, no thank you. And gosh, with my sales tax here, that'd be like what, 10%? So that's another $500 on top of that. Ooh, that's almost another Kelly, but that's not what we're here about today. I feel like this was one of the better iterations they did for this entire collaboration. It feels most true to that original aesthetic. I do low-key wish that it had the trunk corners, not gonna lie, but nonetheless, it is still absolutely fabulous. It is gorgeous. They have those studs around the flap, much like my Marilyn has. I could see this one being a mainstay in my closet for many years to come. Listen, I'm 6'7". I like big bags. I said what I said, safe space. So I think this would be the perfect fit. Now, being that it's $5,050, that's a very steep price though for canvas. I have a lot of gripes about this collection and other Louis Vuitton business dealings in past previous videos, so go and check out my Louis Vuitton playlist. There's a lot more information there for you. But the Dauphine, overall, she's really kind of, I just wish she was like $3,000. $3,000, give me that good 2012 pricing, 100% I am there. But it's 2024, almost 2025, and bags are insanity. Now, speaking of price points, this next one I think is at a really good price point for what it is. But before we dive into that, hey guys, I'm Caleb. I post luxury and lifestyle related content 3 times a week. So if that's something you're into, hit the subscribe button down below. Consider joining the membership for extra perks, access. We have the members meetup. Members get a discount over at curatedbycaleb.com, which yes, you heard it here first, folks. I've dropped a new website. So on there, you're going to hear all of my musings, all things luxury and lifestyle. There's recipes. It's an extension of this channel. And I am so excited to share that with you guys. And of course, there's a storefront. Like, let's be serious. You love to shop. I love to shop. Let's shop together at curatedbycaleb.com. Now that we have all that cheese out of the way, let's dive into the all-in BB. Now, price point, this one's at $2,830, which is still insane to say, especially for a coated canvas bag, but all things considered, late 2024, early 2025, that price is not terrible for how versatile this bag is. Listen, she's cute, she's little, she's demure, very demure. Are we still saying that in December of 2024? I hope so. But with this one, what I love about it most is its versatility. So it starts out its life as this cute little bucket, which is fine, it's fun, it's cute for events and whatnot, right? But you can add a longer shoulder strap to long shoulder, short shoulder, like whatever, I don't know how you wear your shoulder bags, but this one has a lot of versatility. Now, there is a lot design-wise going on that one side. We've got the bow, we've got the luggage tag, we have the lock for no freaking reason. I said what I said. But I do like how they kind of incorporated that like loop up at the top. It's very similar to a lot of like the loops and things that they did for trunks in the past that we saw re-energized during the Epi collections of the late 80s, early 90s. Like if you're familiar with Louis Vuitton, you're going to notice that design motif. Overall, I think she's pretty charming. 2830, like not terrible. Granted, she's small, so I'm gonna have to like try her on and see what she's all about. But I don't know. This one, I could see this one. It's the right price, but it's not too high that only VICs would be interested in it. But it's also high enough that it's not like a card holder where like first day those are gonna sell out if they even have enough. So I could see this one. This is gonna be a sleeper hit. Trust me. Mark my words. This has sleeper hit written all over it. Don't tell everybody else. I mean, I know I'm already kind of spoiling my game plan here, but I'm willing to share it with you, my subscribers. So let's make this happen. I want to see all of us get what we want out of this collection. Now, speaking of card holders, this one, This one has me a little torn. So first of all, I'm not much of a card holder user. I like my big, long, give me a good chunky Continental wallet. I'm 100% there. I know it's weird 2024. Who's still using a full-size wallet? Actually, let me know in the comments. Are you using a full-size wallet or are you using card holders now or like some type of compact wallet? I'm really curious to hear because when I'm shopping online, especially pre-owned, these big chunky wallets, whether they're zip around or kind of like I like the bifold style, like my Louis Vuitton Brazza wallet, they're at a really good price point, and a lot of them like sit on these websites. So are people still doing big chunky wallets? Sound off below. I'm interested to hear. But this one, I could be a card holder user for this one. This is the Romy card holder. And what I love about it, it comes in a couple of colors, but my favorite, as we all know, I mean, if you've been here for any length of time, obviously it's the fuchsia. Hello, be so serious. And this one has a lot of cute design cues. So not only do you have some empreinte leather on the one side, which I'm happy about, like at $630 for a card holder, be serious. At least it's got some leather on it. It's not all PVC coated canvas, right? The same things that are in our bathroom pipes. Just wanted to throw out some a tidbit, if you will. I love that it has some leather on it. I love that it has that brass panda charm on there. It looks heavily photoshopped here on the image. In fact, there was a capucine that had a panda charm just photoshopped on there for $10,000. Check out this Photoshop job. Anyway, all jokes aside, I like that this one has some versatility both with the empreinte leather. We've got the monogram, we've got the panda. That panda, like, let's be serious, Louis Vuitton quality, that's going to be rubbed off in silver in like a hot minute. I could see that eventually kind of fading down to like the silver base metal, so do I want to pay $630 knowing that it's going to look terrible in a couple of years? The verdict is out, but I mean, all things considered, it is super cute. So next up, another category that I'm interested in would be the silks. I think there are a lot of great scarves. Personally, for my colorway, I have a lot of like red, pinky undertones. So a lot of these like multicolor scarves I cannot wear. They're going to make me look terrible, especially with the white background. However, the bandeaus I think is where it's at. Now these are still priced pretty decently, $240, which is pretty much the same price for an Hermès Twilly at this point. But I did not have the chance to buy these the first time around. And I don't know, like whenever I see these pop up on pre-owned, not that I'm actively looking for them, but like the handful of times I've seen them, they're kind of rough. So I could see this being something fun to add to my collection. I don't know if I do the white or the black. I think the black would be really overpowering with my black Speedy in Maryland. But then I think the white would also be jarring and not really work with either of those. So I'd have to put it on a different bag, and then is like the whole point kind of lost. And you see where this is going, right? I could do the black and put it on my Suhali Lingerie. Okay, that's kind of a vibe, but these are $240. So I'm thinking like most people are going to be going for these because of the price point. A, it's multicolor. B, you can wear it on different bags. You can accessorize with it. You can tie a ponytail. You can do your Apple Watch with it, which I do with my Twillies all the time. I think that's a really fun look. You can also attach these to bags and kind of give them a different feel. And because of that price point, I think that it's going to be a drop in the bucket for the VICs pre-ordering. So they're probably going to snatch them up. And then for folks like me who don't want to spend a whole lot, but want a little bit of the collection, this is a big way to do it. So much like the card holders, I could see these bandeaus being nearly impossible to get. So take that with a grain of salt. I'm really thinking that these are going to sell out quick because $240, like in comparison when most of the bags are $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, the trunk is like almost $1 million. This is a drop in the bucket, all things considered, right? Kinda. Now the on-the-go bag itself has literally never appealed to me. I've never seen one. Like, I like them on other people. Do not get me wrong. I can appreciate them. They're gorgeous bags, but for me to want to buy one, that lust has never been there until now. And I feel like they almost got it right with this one. They were so close. The design was within reach. Not a sponsored shout out. The design was within reach, and then they just missed it. But it's close enough. I can appreciate it. And if I found this on the pre-owned market for less than half of its original MSRP, which is $4,800, I would probably snatch this one up. Now, the OnTheGo MM, it is gorgeous. It comes in the white multicolor. I like that it has the trunk corners. My one gripe, I think that they would have been smart to put a pocket on the front, maybe a la my original vintage Speedy, or like the new Keepall where it's kind of like more phone shaped. I think a pocket on the front of the bag, or even two pockets like the original Keepall 45, would have taken that bag to the next level. Listen, keep your key clochette that doesn't unlock anything and the bow on it and the fake lock, and give me like a fun pocket with some more chunky trunk hardware. I think that would have been a really cool way to update the On The Go and have a nod to the original collection, but they didn't ask me my opinions. I sent an email, but apparently it fell on deaf ears. I'm just joking, I didn't really, but I should have. I should have, because this needs a pocket. However, super freaking cute, and if it was half of its original MSRP, like I said, I'd be a little tempted. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. That would probably be one of two ways to get me into an On The Go. Now, the other way to get me into an On The Go would be the OnTheGo East West chain. Now listen, this one's, all things considered, in 2024-2025, decently priced at $35.50. Now, although black is my favorite multicolor, they decided to switch things up this time around and give us silver hardware, which I know you guys were kind of polarized. You either really wanted the silver or you really wanted the gold with the black. I'm team gold and black, but you do you. So strike one kind of for me, right? With the whole, with all of the black bags. However, the East West for me is enough to kind of get me back into loving this bag. I love my Celine boogies. My Longines GM is technically an East West bag. I really love the East West format. I for years thought because I was 6'7" I needed to carry taller bags to work on my frame. But honestly, I'm pretty comfortable with an East West bag these days. In fact, I just lost out on a Celine boogie this morning over on eBay. Love that for me. I don't know why. For some reason, I've been on eBay for nearly 20 years, and it was like, oh, hey, confirm your payment method, confirm your address. I'm like, I literally just bought something last week. Just take my money. And I lost out on the Celine boogie for only $44. So if you're watching this and you won the boogie, wear her in good health. I wanted it. I would have paid double, but I wanted that bag. Anyway, we're talking about Louis Vuitton, not my gripes with eBay today. Maybe that's another video. I don't know. Ask me later. However, this one, it's super cute. Like I said, I can forgive the silver hardware, the pointless clochette, the pointless lock. Overall, it's just really freaking cute. I kind of wish they had done this in the white and again added a little pocket on the front. Golden. It would have been amazing. For $35.50 pre-owned, that'd probably be about $2,300. I could do it. I could see myself getting into that. Now, this next one, the Speedy Bandoulière 25. If you had asked me like a week ago, I would have been like, ew, that's disgusting. But the more I look at it and the more everyone shares this on Instagram and over in our Discord, the Caleb Snell Safe Space, another members plug for you, I'm kind of getting into this bag. I don't know what it is. I hate the key clochette. I hate the fact that it's a bandolier. Like, I don't want my Speedy to be crossbody or on me. I get it that it works for other people, but if they had designed a Speedy for Caleb Snell, just reissue the original. That's all I ask. But for $3,200, okay, you've got my interest. It's decently priced compared to the other pieces of the collection. Really hate that key clochette, but I do think the lock is actually functional. In some photos, they have it photoshopped with 2 locks, and others there's only 1. So if it's truly just the 1 lock, and you know how we kind of like place our locks on our clochettes on our Hermès bags, and that's kind of the vibe they're going for, I can almost get on board with that. Almost. But no, it's kind of growing on me. It's a decent price. Could I pull off a Speedy 25? I think I kind of struggle with my Speedy 30. Sometimes when I'm wearing it, it's more like a cube. Okay, we're getting really sidetracked. Again, we're focusing on bags that I would pre-order or I would recommend pre-ordering. And for some reason, the Speedy's on that list. Now, if we were shopping pre-owned and I had the option to buy this one or the original one in white, all the live long day, I'm going for the original. But if I had $3,200 that I didn't want to allocate somewhere else at the moment, each time I look at it, I fall in love and then I talk myself back out of it again. So ask me in a week, I'll probably say something completely different. Who knows? Much like the bandeaus, like I mentioned earlier, this next piece, because of price point, could either be like a way to buy into this or you're not going to have a chance at all. So I could see this card holder going 2 ways. Either, you know, the VICs, they're concentrating on the bigger stuff, or the people that can pre-order a little bit sooner, I could see them going for this as well. I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up. Like a lot of you in the comments from my last video or 2 about this topic, I swear this is the last one, I promise you. A lot of you said that you were going for the passport holders, which I thought was really interesting. Personally, when I travel, I just have a coach one, and I have to take it out of the passport holder anyway when I hand it over to TSA or the border people. I don't know. So I never really thought to get an inexpensive flashy one, but I could see the appeal, absolutely. I think that'd be a ton of fun. For a little bit less though, I feel like I would get more use out of the card holder, but then again, it only really, like, let's be serious, holds maybe 4 cards max if you can get 2 in the center, which would be cute inside of my Maryland, but at $375, I could see this one selling out really freaking quick. Listen, anybody who wants to buy into this, $375, that's a pretty decent price point. It's still really high, especially for a PVC coated card holder, but I could see this one kind of being a scarcity, if you will. Now that brings me to the last bag, and I thought this would be the one I'd get. I really did. This is the Handbag East West. Let's call it what it is. It's an East West Troville. Like, be so serious, please. I don't know why they couldn't just give it its original name, but again, I don't work for LV. They don't take my opinion into account. Now, this one I really do like. It's got several several sins against it, namely that key clochette thing. I think this one actually locks though, so at least it's functional, right? It can go crossbody, but I like how they kind of like Alma styled it, where you can just like tuck it behind the handles. Not that I'd ever use it, but I appreciate that I don't just have random D-rings hanging off to the sides. I like that it kind of opens wide. I love that it has the metal feet. $39.50 though. I mean, I paid less for my Hermès Lindy 34 pre-owned. Anything over like $2,000 in my mind, you're getting into like H money at that point. So then I'm like, do I want to buy the PVC coated canvas bag, or do I want to get another H? Or there's a new Ricky coming out, the Cargo Ricky. It's pre-spring 2025 and it's on pre-order right now, $3,400. And I'm like, that's why I'm like, I'm a little iffy paying some of these prices, because I know realistically in my head I would wear the Ricky more than I would this Troville. But at the end of the day, if this was pre-owned and on the pre-owned market for around 2K, I don't know, I might be in trouble. That is so good though. Like, they nailed it with this one. They have the corners, they have the studs. It's East West, so it's current. Key clochette's a little much, but God, it's so good. It is literally so good. That's kind of how I feel about a lot of this collection. I like a lot of it. And these are just like my 9 top favorites. I'm interested to hear what you guys are going to wait in line for. If you've already pre-ordered and you haven't told me, let me know down in the comments like what you're getting. So these price points, like, would I be allocating my funds properly for like what I want, like how my curated collection is going? Curated by caleb.com. Shameless plug. I don't know. It's kind of a tough call. And I think much like Chanel, this is kind of like Chanel for me. Like, I can appreciate it in photos. I never really want to buy one, but once I'm in the boutique, like, oh my gosh, I see the appeal. I want one. Sign me up. Like, let's do this. I could see this collection having that effect on me. So on January 3rd, when I'm standing in line, probably not carrying one of my multicolor bags because it's January in Chicagoland and like rain, snow, sleet, whatever. Long story short, I think this is going to be a fun collection. I'm super excited. I think once I get in the boutique on January 3rd and I'm like seeing what hasn't already been snatched up, i.e. bandeaus and card holders, I'm going to have a tough time not handing over my card or my Apple Pay, I guess. So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting outcome. I don't know what I'm going to order, but I feel like I'm going to get something. Like, I can feel it. Manifestation, right? Intuition, whatever you want to call it. So again, sound off in the comments, guys. Let me know what you're thinking. And until next time, stay safe, have fun. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.